The 74th Miss Universe pageant in Bangkok was meant to be a dazzling celebration of beauty and purpose, a night where the world's most accomplished women would gather under the spotlight, representing not just their countries, but the hopes and dreams of millions. The city buzzed with anticipation, and the stage was set for a spectacle that promised to blend glamour, culture, and inspiration. But beneath the glittering surface, chaos erupted. Public clashes, scandals, and deep-seated tensions shattered the illusion of unity. The backstage corridors, usually filled with laughter and camaraderie, became battlegrounds of whispered accusations and open confrontations. The world watched as the pageant's carefully crafted image began to unravel in real time. The event, held on November 21, 2025, was supposed to mark a triumphant return to Bangkok, a city renowned for its hospitality and pageant history. Yet, drama began long before the final night. Rumors of favoritism, disputes over eligibility, and even allegations of sabotage circulated among contestants and organizers alike. Allegations, tempers, and unscripted moments spiraled out of control, turning what should have been a celebration of achievement into a global spectacle of controversy. The world's media descended, eager to capture every misstep and every gasp of shock from the audience and participants. The chaos exposed an identity crisis, pageants struggling to balance tradition with demands for authenticity and social responsibility. Contestants, once expected to simply smile and perform, now found themselves at the center of debates about activism, representation, and the true meaning of beauty in a changing world. Miss Universe 2025 became a flashpoint, revealing the immense pressure on contestants and the volatile mix of politics, ambition, and corporate interests. Behind the scenes, executives scrambled to contain the fallout, while contestants struggled to maintain composure under the relentless gaze of cameras and critics. What should have been a showcase of grace became a lesson in crisis management. Organizers were forced to improvise, hosts addressed the audience with carefully chosen words, and every decision was scrutinized by a global audience hungry for drama. This story explores the scandals that made the Bangkok pageant infamous: walkouts, cheating accusations, viral blunders, and more. Social media exploded with clips and commentary, amplifying every mistake and turning private moments into public spectacle. We'll examine the accidents, political and racial animosity, and last-minute controversies that kept the drama alive until the very end. From on-stage mishaps to heated exchanges between contestants of different backgrounds, the pageant became a microcosm of global tensions. This is the story of Miss Universe 2025, a pageant on the brink, forcing a reckoning with its own future. The crown, once a symbol of unity and aspiration, now stood as a reminder of the challenges facing the world's most famous beauty contest. Let's dive into the chaos that changed everything, and discover how one night in Bangkok sent shockwaves through the universe of pageantry. After weeks of turmoil, a winner emerged: Fátima Bosch Fernandez of Mexico. Her crowning was a moment of raw emotion, a triumph after enduring relentless controversy. Flanked by Thailand's Pravener Singh and Venezuela's Stephanie Abasali, Fátima's victory was more than a pageant win. It was a stand against bullying and disrespect. Her defiance became a symbol of dignity, turning her crowning into a powerful act of poetic justice. Yet, her reign began under scrutiny, with the world watching to see if real change would follow. The crown was now a symbol of both hope and the urgent need for reform. Fátima's victory was just the beginning of a much bigger story. The first major scandal of the competition erupted during a live sashing ceremony, right in front of a packed audience and millions watching at home. What was supposed to be a moment of celebration quickly turned into a scene of tension and disbelief. Thai National Director Nawat Itsaragrisil, known for his strict leadership, publicly berated Miss Mexico, Fátima Bosch, in a shocking display. He accused her of breaking promotional rules, claiming she had failed to follow the pageant's strict guidelines for contestants. In front of cameras and a stunned crowd, he called her a dumbhead, a deeply humiliating insult that reverberated far beyond the venue. Viewers around the world were left speechless by the director's harsh words. Despite the public shaming, Fátima stood her ground with remarkable composure. She looked the director in the eye and declared, "You are not respecting me as a woman," refusing to be intimidated or silenced. When security was called to remove her from the stage, Fátima didn't back down. She responded powerfully, "If it takes away your dignity, "You need to go." Her words echoed through the hall, challenging the authority before her. The confrontation was captured on countless phones and quickly went viral, igniting a firestorm of debate online. People everywhere began discussing contestant treatment, the abuse of power, and the toxic culture that can exist behind the scenes. Fatima's refusal to accept public humiliation became a rallying cry for self-respect and dignity. Supporters praised her courage, and her stand inspired others to speak out against mistreatment. The incident set a contentious tone for the rest of the competition, exposing the immense pressures and complex power dynamics that operate behind the scenes of beauty pageants. Contestants and organizers alike were left on edge. It was more than just a heated argument. It became a public reckoning with the realities of the pageant world, forcing everyone to confront uncomfortable truths about respect, authority, and the cost of chasing the crown. In that moment, the carefully crafted facade of glamour was shattered, revealing the raw and often painful reality beneath the surface. Fatima Bosch's walkout was a bold act of defiance, but she wasn't alone. Her decision to leave the stage sent shockwaves through the room, and the tension was palpable as she made her exit. The air was thick with uncertainty, but her courage inspired others to follow. Several contestants, including reigning Miss Universe Victoria Kjær, followed her, turning what began as a personal dispute into a powerful collective protest. The sight of so many women, united in their decision to walk out, made it clear that this was about more than just one person. It was about standing up for dignity and respect. The organization's president quickly condemned the director's actions, acknowledging the seriousness of the situation. In response to the growing outrage, he made the decision to sideline the director from the event, hoping to restore some sense of order. The walkout forced the Miss Universe organization to confront its own power dynamics and question the culture that had allowed such issues to fester. Behind closed doors, executives scrambled to address the crisis and salvage the event's reputation. Support for Bosch poured in from around the world, but especially from her home country. Even Mexico's president weighed in, making her stand a matter of national pride and sparking conversations about justice and fairness far beyond the pageant stage. Under mounting pressure from the public and the media, Nawat Itsaragrisil issued a tearful apology at a press conference. Yet for many, his words rang hollow, an apology that came only after the damage was done, and for some, it was simply too little, too late. The protest shattered the illusion of harmony that the pageant had long projected. Contestants and supporters alike demanded real accountability, calling for meaningful changes within the organization. The walkout became a turning point, exposing the urgent need for respect, transparency, and reform within the pageant world. Contestants stood together, their unity sending a powerful message that could not be ignored. The contestants' unity forced a public reckoning, challenging the status quo and demanding that the organization listen to their voices. The pageant would never be the same. The empty stage and abandoned ceremony rooms stood as stark reminders of the change that had begun. The world was watching and demanding change. The events of that night would echo far beyond the pageant, inspiring a new era of accountability and hope. Just as the walkout scandal faded, a new crisis hit. The judging panel imploded. Jury member Omar Harfouch resigned, alleging a secret vote had pre-selected 30 semi-finalists without the official jury's input. His claims of rigging sent shockwaves through the pageant world. Another judge, Claude Makelele, resigned soon after, fueling speculation of deeper problems. The organization denied the allegations, blaming a misunderstanding, but the damage was done. The resignations cast doubt on the competition's integrity, confirming suspicions of behind-the-scenes manipulation. Every result was now viewed with skepticism. The crown's legitimacy was questioned before it was even awarded. The trust in Miss Universe was shattered. The pageant's credibility was on the line. Amid the chaos, a social media scandal erupted. Miss Chile, Inamal, posted a TikTok pretending to snort white powder, an attempt at humor that backfired spectacularly. The video went viral, sparking outrage and calls for her disqualification. Mal quickly deleted the post and apologized, admitting it was a thoughtless mistake. The organization allowed her to stay, but the incident highlighted the intense scrutiny contestants face online. The scandal sparked debate. Should contestants be flawless role models, or are youthful mistakes forgivable? The standards for Miss Universe remain unforgiving. One viral post nearly derailed a dream. The onstage drama matched the chaos backstage. Miss Jamaica, Gabrielle Henry, suffered a serious fall during the evening gown competition, ending her pageant journey in a hospital. The accident was a sobering reminder of the risks contestants face. In a bizarre twist, Miss Great Britain's fall during the national costume show was revealed to be a planned performance, symbolizing the fall of the British Empire. The line between accident and art blurred, leaving audiences confused and concerned. These incidents added to the sense of a pageant spiraling out of control. The catwalk, once a symbol of poise, became a stage for both danger and spectacle. Anything could happen, and did. The chaos was now center stage. The pageant became a stage for global tensions. Miss Palestine's historic participation and her symbolic costume drew attention, but also placed her alongside Miss Israel, igniting controversy. A viral video of Miss Israel allegedly glaring at Miss Palestine led to a torrent of online abuse, despite her denials. Political statements escalated when Miss Teen Cambodia accused Thailand of border violence during a speech. The pageant was no longer neutral. It became a battleground for international grievances. Racial tensions flared when former winner Alicia Machado made offensive remarks about the Thai director, compounding the controversy. The event exposed the ugly side of politics and prejudice within the pageant world. The dream of unity was shattered by real-world conflict. The Miss Universe stage reflected the world's divisions. Fatima Bosch's crowning couldn't erase the chaos that defined Bangkok. The scandals, public humiliation, walkouts, jury resignations, viral gaffes, and political strife exposed an institution in crisis. Last-minute judge replacements, including one with ties to a contestant, further eroded trust in the process. The old model of flawless, apolitical brand ambassadors is no longer sustainable. Today's contestants demand respect and transparency, using social media to hold the organization accountable. Miss Universe 2025 may be remembered as a breaking point, forcing essential conversations about contestant welfare and judging integrity. For the brand to survive, real reform is needed, beyond superficial gestures. The crown is cracked, and only genuine change can restore its shine. The future of Miss Universe depends on learning from the chaos of Bangkok. The world is watching, demanding more than just a pretty face.